The U.S. won its first curling gold medal after beating Sweden 10-7 early Saturday morning. The country stayed up until after 4 a.m. ET to watch what has been dubbed the Miracle on Ice and to tweet about the country's new favorite sport. The curling team also had great support from the women's hockey team, some of whom also took to Twitter to congratulate them. Past Olympians also gave the curlers some love. Former U.S. curler Jessica Schultz was feeling a lot of feelings. It was a terrific ending for the Olympic curling tournament. The U.S. men's team defied all odds by upsetting Sweden in the final 10-7. Buoyed by John Schuster's double takeout in the 8th end, the United States all but assured gold at 10-5 up. On the night that the United States won its 9th gold medal during these Olympic Games, Finland won its first. Cross-country skier Leivo Niskanen outpaced the rest of the 50-man field in the 17th kilometer. Or skier Alexander Bolushnov gave him a fight in the final kilometers, but he too was eventually left behind. Curling, USA wins first ever curling gold. The USA men's curling team's improbable Olympic run has concluded in glory. John Schuster's squad looked like they were in control from the very onset of the match, forcing Sweden to make errors. The highlight of the match, Schuster's final stone in the 8th end to put the USA well out of reach with a 10-5 lead. The United States started competition 2-4 and looked well out of contention to make the playoffs, but an incredible run of 3 wins saw them get into the playoffs on the final day. Recap: USA men's curling wins Olympic gold. The USA weren't the only surprise medal winners today. Japan won the country's first ever Olympic medal after defeating Great Britain. It all came down to 2 steals from Japan in the final 2 ends, with Britain skippy Muirhead missing her final stone to give the victory to Japan. Men's tournament at USA Def. SWE 10-7 Women's tournament JPN Def. GBR 5-3 Cross Country, Niskanen wins men's 50 km. Finnish skier Leivo Niskanen's pace was too much for nearly the entire field on Friday night. The Finn broke from the pack, along with Aleksei Polteranen, in the 17th kilometer and continued to stay out front. After Polteranen ran out of gas, it was our athlete Alexander Bolushnov who erased a 30-second gap to challenge the Finn. It wasn't until the last kilometer that a seemingly fatigued Niskanen made his final move to brush off Bolushnov to cross the finish line. It was a very disappointing day for the Norwegians, who've dominated the sport this year. Not one Norwegian landed on the podium, including gold medal favorite Martin Sundby. Full men's 50 km recap available here. Speed skating, Takagi Lee win inaugural mass start making its Olympic debut. The speed skating mass start proved to be an erratic event as several skaters collided and crashed out of the competition. The final race is simple: first 3 skaters to cross the finish line win the medals. Estonia's Saskia Ilusalu made the initial burst of energy in the race, but was caught up to in the final 3 laps. The women's champion was decided by a final sprint, when Japan's Nana Takagi beat world champion Kimbo Room and Irene Schouten. Women's mass start recap available here. Lee Song-hoon won the men's tournament, ensuring that the speed skating program would not have as sour an ending as the short track. Unlike the women's race, the men's skaters stuck together as a train for most of the race until the final 3 laps. In the end, Lee came in with too much speed to be overtaken by any of the chasing competitors. Men's mass start recap available here. For the first time in history, the United States won the Olympic gold medal in curling. A week ago, it didn't seem like that would happen. Sitting at 2-4 and with a game against behemoth Canada coming up, John Schuster captained the United States to 3 consecutive wins over Canada, Switzerland, and Great Britain to squeak into the semi-finals. From there, they took down Great Britain before completing the run against Sweden in the gold medal game. Tied at 5-5 in the 8th end, Schuster was able to hit both of Sweden's rocks out of the house, giving the United States an incredible 5 points and a 10-5 lead heading into the 9th. NBCOlympics.com, watch, Team USA scores 5 points in 8th end. After that, it was all about protecting the lead. Just a few minutes later, Swedish skip Niklas Edin conceded the game, and it was the United States standing on top of the podium for the first time ever in the sport of curling. Click here to read the full recap from the gold medal game.